What's going on, guys? Glad you made it back to another video. If this is your first time watching, my name is Antonio Luna, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can use your own house as your workout equipment.
Alright guys, so this first move I want us to do is calf raises. I showed us and introduced us to this move in the last video. Right here you can do it on some steps or anything that you can find that's a little incline. It's going to really get you feeling that calf muscle burning up. Now you have two planes going all the way up and all the way down. I like to do them slow and explosive, and I can also do them a little fast. And if you want to really feel the burn, you can do it just on one leg at a time like I'm showing you here. And of course, once you do one leg, you got to switch to the other side and finish off with the other leg. Make sure you get the same amount of reps on both sides and you'll be good. Alright guys, on with the next move. Continuing on the steps is this incline push-up right here. You'll be able to feel this move more on the upper part of your chest, and when you're on the lower part of the steps you won't feel it as much, but as you start going higher, and even if you want to incline higher without steps, maybe a kitchen counter or something else, you'll be able to feel it more intensive on your chest. These moves right here is like a little step ladder push-up that you can do to build strength to be able to do the incline push-up if you just can't, just starting out. And right here I'm about to start the next move, which is regular push-ups. As you can see, I'm going to start with a push on my scapula right here. That's going to be helping you build strength in your scapula, your back, and your serratus anterior muscle, located right under your chest in front of your lats. Alright guys, and if you're not as advanced to be able to do the movement with your feet on the steps, you can do it with your hands on the steps. The elevation will make the push-up easier, also easier than the regular push-up on the floor. You could try these out, have fun with it, get your heart rate pumping. Alright guys, so archer push-ups are a good way to get your skills in advanced. So they're a little tougher than the decline push-ups, and it all depends on the person, to be honest, but I find them to be a little tougher because you can even get a little practice in with doing some one-arm push-ups, and this is all in the comfort of your own home as long as you got a floor, just like we mentioned it. And now you can even see how you can lean onto one side and just get that full one-arm push-up action, assisted with your other arm extended to the other side. And you can also move on to the other side and make sure you equalize those reps and get as many on both sides as you can. Planks are golden, guys. This movement right here is going to be able to flex your almost entire body. You can have your arms flexed, your glutes flexed, your back flexed, your legs flexed, even your toes, your toenails, your hair. I feel like my glasses are a little bit flexed there. This is going to get your whole movement up. You'll be able to do all of this with this position right here and come up into this arm position. You'll feel it a little more in your arms, but it's also going to take a lot of pressure out from all those other muscles that we were talking about earlier. Also, the higher you are, the less gravity is pushing down on you, which is going to make you feel a little lighter than when doing it with your forearms down. Alright guys, if you don't find yourself being able to hold a plank, or even if you do, sit-ups are an amazing exercise. You can find yourself hooking your feet under the couch, and if you find sit-ups to be a little too easy, and even if you want to just spice it up and do more, you can do these oblique sit-ups right here, elevating your leg and twisting with your whole stomach, rectus abdominis, and your obliques. And remember, you want to get the same amount of reps that you get on one side as you get on the other, making sure you're all proportional, not imbalanced, because that does happen. If you find yourself not being able to have the strength to do the full sit-up, you can even do these crunches to strengthen your muscles, and even at the end of the workout when you're tired. But remember, please do not strain your neck. This is something you really don't want to do. These elevated leg crunches and toe chests that I'm showing you in this video are great moves to spice up your core exercise as well. Alright, my kitchen counter is one of my best friends when I'm at home working out because it is so versatile. You can do these planche push-ups right here, which are a little advanced. You can use them when you're trying to learn the planche move, but you can also use them for dips that I show you right here. This way you can use it to contract your chest muscles, your triceps. You feel a little bit in your bicep, and holding yourself up with your core, you'll definitely feel it. And if you feel like you don't have the strength to really do this right now, you can also do these elevated push-ups if you don't have the strength to do them on the floor, on the elevated steps, this will really get you to start feeling a contraction in your chest, so you can start being able to do a little of those more advanced movements, slow and a little bit after time. And if you feel more advanced, you can mix these all together to superset them. L-sit holds are great. Just like the plank, you'll feel this move everywhere. Your core, your arms, your legs, and you can even point your toes to flex and feel it in your calves. Now, if you don't have the strength to do it right now, you can also go into these knee tuck holds, which is honestly what helped me be able to slowly get into that L-sit hold. Extra moves that you can do right here, of course, on this kitchen counter, are these L-sit raises, bringing your legs all the way up, extended. And again, if you don't have the strength to do it right now, you can also do it with your knees tucked and bring yourself up and down like I showed before. Alright guys, if you don't have steps per se in your own home, or if you just don't feel comfortable doing this movement on the kitchen counter, you can also migrate to a chair, one chair or two chairs at a time, however you feel more comfortable. And if you want, you can make this move a little more explosive too by giving it a little push. With those same chairs that we just used to do those push-ups and explosive push-ups, we can even go straight into some dips right here like I'm showing you. Make sure that you have your fingers facing outward to your side when you're doing them. This is a better position for your hands, for your shoulders, and even for your whole body when you're doing this movement. Make sure you have your chest, your head up, looking straight, confident, and remember again, like I mentioned in the other video that we watched, you can also have elevations and regressions to help you. So having your knees tucked inside is going to be a lot easier than having all your weight outside and even your legs elevated. So again, if we don't have any steps in our own home, we can even use one of these chairs just like this to do more elevated push-ups. So we're feeling that real contraction on the top part of our chest and really getting a real squeeze in there. Now if you want to make it a little tougher, a little more intensive on the triceps, you can do these diamond push-ups right here. You can also do these on the floor, but again, it makes it a little more intense when you're doing them elevated with your feet on top of the surface area. Simply put, your house is just more than versatile to do a bunch of different moves. Right here, this is one of my favorites too, is a high knee into a lunge. So you can do this with both your legs. The higher the chair, the more you'll feel it in your legs to be able to go all the way up. You could even do a little bit explosive if you were to jump on the chair, but I'm pretty sure my mom might have not been too fond of me doing that, so I just kept it like this for a little bit. So just going into a high knee and then right back into a lunge. You're just simply not talking legs if you don't want to mention the Bulgarian split squat right here. This move is so good. You feel it in your quads, your booty, your hamstring. All you really got to do is just catch your balance, make sure you're stable, put your foot on an elevated surface like a chair, maybe a couch, some steps, and go sit back down into it. Make sure your butt comes back and lift yourself up with your front leg. What's fun about working out at home is that you can be in your socks. You don't have to have sneakers on, and that gives you a whole range of different exercises that you can do. Doing these sliding V-ups, I like you feel it all in your core coming up and down. You can also do these sliding plank oblique crunches right here to get some fix. And then you can also twist your leg inside and even feel it on your lower obliques when you're doing this movement right here. And of course, it feels fun, but still hard because you got your socks on. And then this next movement right here are in and outs. But instead of jumping in and out, you can use the momentum of your socks to slide quickly and really get a high intense movement right here. I said it before and I'll say it again, pull-ups are one of my favorite exercises. But you know, sometimes you don't always have a pull-up bar to do it either in your house or outside, so gotta improvise. And these right here you can do on any doorway, so permitting that your fingers fit onto it. And it's gonna be a little tough at first because your fingers are gonna really feel that pain, but after a little while you'll be able to strengthen your fingers, your back, your arms, and really get all that contraction that you've been missing. And even if you do have a pull-up bar, still try these out at home and feel the difference. Let me know how fun and challenging these are compared to the traditional. Wall sits are definitely a fun and challenging exercise. And if you're not advanced and you don't have the strongest legs, you definitely try it. So just imagine you're sitting on an imaginary chair, having your knees in line with your toes, and just sitting back and holding the motion, trying to have a 90-degree angle in your legs and just hold. You don't have to hold your arms up, but it does feel a little more comfortable for some people. You can even have your hands to your side, you can have your hands behind your head, and most importantly, just make sure that you're breathing through this, because a lot of people tend to hold their breath and feel like they're gonna give out way before they actually do because they're not breathing. You can even go into glute bridges on the floor. This right here is going to be able to strengthen your core, your butt, and your hamstrings. You can modify it with your feet on the floor flat like this. You can even bring your heels up a little bit, and when you have your heels up, you'll be able to feel it more in your hamstring. Right here, you'll feel it more in your calf. You can make it a little more tough by elevating just one leg, and now you're singling out the other leg that's on the floor bent, because now you have all that pressure on that side. And if you want to make these even more tougher, I'm going to show a little bit. You'll be able to do an explosive movement where you jump up with them. But if you can't, just write these progressions, you can continue on. Alright ladies, this next move is the lateral crab walk. This is a great glute builder right here, as long as you're making sure that you squeeze those butt muscles and your quad muscles right there. So you're just walking side to side, keeping your knee in line with your toes, and of course going to the other side and making sure you're getting the full contraction, both sides of your legs, both sides of your glutes. Alright, this move right here is called the pistol squat. It's a one-legged squat, and it's pretty difficult, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to have a lot of fun with it, and you'll be able to get a lot of gains here. Right now, I'm starting to do a little more of them into my exercise routine, getting into them. Like I said, they are tough, so if you need assistance and you want to try them, you can use a pole or a wall to help you and assist you coming up, and just make sure that you're safe when you're doing it, sinking back with your butt, and not leaning in too much forward with your knee. I really love throwing in some high knees at the beginning, middle, and even the end of my leg day workouts. I love it because it really gets my heart pumping, and you really feel the contraction, especially once you're done with those legs. You think you're done? Nah, you just go straight into these high knees and bust it out. Just like high knees, these plyometric squats right here are really good for getting that high intensity work, getting that heart rate pumping, and making you feel that burn in your quads and your booty. Just keep jumping, going into different directions, and making sure your knees are in line with those toes.
Thank you so much guys for making it to the end of the video. If you found it entertaining, interesting, you learned something new, or you simply just liked it, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to squeeze, breathe, and believe through all your exercises so that you can make sure that you will succeed. See you next time.